श्रीवासदि गौडत वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
Yes, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
You should maintain the same pitch. Don't make it thinner. And then what happens? The focus goes away. है ना? हाँ.
Yes, Prabhuji. But then sometimes in ecstasy, I don't even care about physics.
I know whatever. Ecstasy, still try to hold.
Yes,
Then what happens? People can follow. Otherwise, it becomes so thin, people cannot follow. है ना?
yes, Prabhuji.
हाँ. ठीक है. Okay, Narayan Mataji, I just noted it. Now difficult to open WhatsApp now. Okay, now let us start Krishna book reading. Our madam has come. Oh, Poonam Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, done. So our team is ready. Who has put Shulin in a waiting room? Huh? Why they do like that? No, who does it? I don't know. The- your- all youngsters are playing. They are just playing. That's what. ठीक है चलो ठीक है we will hear Krishna book now ठीक है Shobit Hare Krishna चलो so we go to the reading of Krishna book. Yes, two demons are going today, killing of the demons, Vatsasura and Bakasura. Yes, yes, Mataji, start. Om
Prabhuji,
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om 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 Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Lekana, you have come. Chant Prabhupada Pranam Mantra.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष्या शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासाति गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, Lekana. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we go back. And yes, who will do? Yes, Poonam Mataji, start.
Prabhuji, the screen.
Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing the screen. Oh, where it is.
Mataji can on your camera so that we can spotlight.
No problem. Yes, chalo.
Chapter 11, Killing the Demon, Vatsasura and Bakasura. When the twin Arjuna trees fell to the ground, making a sound like the falling of thunderbolts, all the inhabitants of Gokul, including Nanda Maharaj, immediately came to the spot. They were very much astonished to see how the two great trees had suddenly fallen. Because they could find no reason for their falling down, they were puzzled. When they saw child Krishna bound up to the wooden mortar by the ropes of Yashoda, they began to think that it must have been caused by some demon. Otherwise, how was it possible? At the same time, they were very much perturbed because such uncommon incidents were always happening to the child Krishna. While the elderly cowherd men were thus contemplating the small children who were playing there informed, the men at the trees fell due to the Krishna's pulling the wooden mortar with the ropes to which he was bound. Krishna came in between the two trees, they explained, and the wooden motor was topsy-turvy and stuck in between the trees. Krishna began to pull the rope, and the trees fell down. When the trees fell down, two very dazzling men came out of the trees, and they began to talk to the Krishna. Most of the cowherd men did not believe the statement of the children. They could not believe that such things were at all possible. Some of them, however, believed them and told Nand Maharaj, "Your child is different from all children. He just might have done it." Nand Maharaj began to smile, hearing about the extraordinary abilities of his son. He came forward and untied the knot just to free his wonderful child. After being freed by Nand Maharaj, Krishna was taken unto the laps of the elderly gopis. They took him away to the courtyard of the house and began to clap, praising his wonderful activities. Krishna began to clap along with them, just like an ordinary child. The Supreme Lord Krishna, being completely controlled by the gopis, began to sing and dance, just like a puppet in their hands. Sometimes Mother Yashoda used to ask Krishna to bring her a wooden plank for sitting. Although the wooden plank was too heavy to be carried by a child, still somehow or other Krishna would bring it to his mother. Sometimes, while worshipping Narayana, his father would ask him to bring his wooden slippers, and Krishna, with great difficulty, would put the slippers on his head and bring them to his father. When he was asked to lift some heavy article and was unable to lift it, he would simply move his arms. In this way, daily, at every moment, he was the reservoir of all pleasure to his parents. The Lord was exhibiting such childish activities before the inhabitants of the Vrindavan because he wanted to show the great philosophers and sages searching after the absolute truth how the supreme absolute truth personality of Godhead is controlled by and subject to the desires of his pure devotees. One day, a fruit vendor came before the house of Nanda Maharaj. Upon hearing the vendor call, "If anyone wants fruits, please come and take them from me." Child Krishna immediately took some grains in his palm and went to get fruits in exchange. In those days, exchange was by barter. Therefore, Krishna might have seen his parents exchange fruits and other things by bartering grains, and so he imitated. But his palms were very small, and he was not very careful to hold them tight, so he was dropping the grains. The vendor who came to sell fruits saw this and was very much captivated by the beauty of the Lord. So he immediately accepted whatever few grains were left in his palm and filled his hands with fruits. In the meantime, the vendor saw that his whole basket of fruit had become filled with jewels. The Lord is the bestower of all benediction. If someone gives something to the Lord, he is not the loser, he is the gainer by a million times. One day, Lord Krishna, the liberator of the twin Arjuna trees, was playing with Balram and the other children on the bank of the Yamuna. And because it was already late in the morning, Rohini, the mother of Balrama, went to call them back home. But Balrama and Krishna were so engrossed in playing with their friends that they did not wish to come back. They just engaged themselves in playing more and more. When Rohini was unable to take them back home, she went home and sent Mother Yashoda to call them again. Mother Yashoda was so affectionate towards her son that as soon as she came out to call him back home, her breast filled up with milk. She loudly cried, "My dear child, please come back home. Your time for lunch is already past." She then said, "My dear Krishna, oh my dear lotus eyed child, please come and suck my breast. You have played enough. You must be very hungry, my dear little child. You must be tired from playing for so long." She also addressed Balrama thus, "My dear, the glory of your family, please come back with your younger brother Krishna immediately. You have been engaged in playing since morning, and you must be very tired. Please come back and take your lunch at home. Your father Nandraj is waiting for you. He has to eat, so you must come back so that he can eat." As soon as Krishna and Balrama heard that Nanda Maharaj was waiting for them and could not take his food in their absence, they started to return. Their other playmates complained, "Krishna is leaving us just at the point when our playing is at the summit. Next time we shall not allow him to leave." His playmates then threatened not to allow him to play with them again. Krishna became afraid, and instead of going back home, he went back again to play with the boys. At that time, Mother Yashoda scolded the children and told Krishna, "My dear Krishna, do you think that you are a street boy? You have no home? Please come back to your home. I see that your body has become very dirty from playing since early morning. Now come home and take your bath. Besides, today is your birthday ceremony. Therefore, you should come back home and give cows in charity to the Brahmanas. Don't you see how your playmates are decorated with ornaments by their mothers? You should also be cleansed and decorated with nice dress and ornaments. Please, therefore, come back, take your bath, dress yourself nicely, and then again you may go on playing." In this way, Mother Yashoda called Lord Krishna and Balarama, who are worshipable by great demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. She was thinking of them as her children. When Mother Yashoda's children, Krishna and Balarama, came home, she bathed them very nicely and dressed them with ornaments. She then called for the Brahmanas, and through her children she gave many cows in charity for the occasion of Krishna's birthday. In this way, she performed the birthday ceremony of Krishna at home. After this incident, all the elderly members of the cowherd, men, assembled together, and Nand Maharaj presided. They began to consult amongst themselves how to stop great disturbances in the Mahavana on account of the demons. In this meeting, Upananda, brother of Nanda Maharaj, was present. He was considered to be learned and experienced, and he was a well wisher of Krishna and Balrama. He was a leader, and he began to address the meeting as follows: "My dear friends, now we should leave here for another place, because we are continually finding that great demons are coming here to disturb the peaceful situation, and they are specially attempting to kill the small children. Just consider Putna and Krishna. It was simply by the grace of Lord Hari that Krishna was saved from the hands of such a great demon. Next, the whirlwind demon took Krishna away in the sky, but by the grace of Lord Hari he was saved, and the demon fell down on a stone slab and died. Very recently this child was playing between two trees, and the trees fell down violently, and yet there was no injury to the child. So Lord Hari saved him again. Just imagine the calamity if this child or any other child playing with him were crushed by the falling trees. Considering all these incidences, we must conclude that this place is no longer safe. Let us leave. We have all been saved from different calamities by the grace of Lord Hari. Now we should be cautious and leave this place and reside somewhere where we can live peacefully. I think that we should all go to the forest known as Vrindavan, where just now there are newly grown plants and herbs. It is very suitable for pasturing ground for our cows, and we and our families, the gopis with their children, can very peacefully live there. Near Vrindavan, there is a Govardhan hill, which is very beautiful, and there is newly grown grass and fodder for the animals, so there will be no difficulty in living there. I therefore suggest that we start immediately for that beautiful place, as there is no need to waste any more time. Let us prepare all our carts immediately, and if you like, let us go, keeping all the cows in front. On hearing the statement of Upananda, all the cowherd men immediately agreed. Let us immediately go there. Everyone then loaded all their household furniture and utensils on the carts and prepared to go to Vrindavan. All the old men of the village, the children, and the women were arranged on seats, and the cowherd men equipped themselves with bows and arrows to follow the carts. All the cows and the bulls, along with their calves, were placed in the front, and the men surrounded the flocks with their bows and arrows and began to blow on their horns and bugles. In this way, with tumultuous sound, they started for Vrindavan. And who can describe the damsels of Vraja? They were all seated on the carts and were very beautifully dressed with ornaments and costly saris. They began to chant the pastimes of child Krishna as usual. Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini were seated on a separate cart, and Krishna and Balrama were seated on their laps. While Mother Rohini and Yashoda were riding on the cart, they talked to Krishna and Balrama, and feeling the pleasure of such talks, they looked very, very beautiful. In this way, after reaching Vrindavan, where everyone lives eternally, very peacefully and happily, they encircled Vrindavan and kept the carts all together. After seeing the beautiful appearance of Govardhan on the bank of the river Yamuna, they began to construct their places of residence. While those of the same age were walking together and children were talking with their parents, the inhabitants of Vrindavan felt very happy. At this time, Krishna and Balrama were given charge of the calves. The first responsibility of the cowherd boys was to take care of the little calves. The boys are trained in this form from the very beginning of their childhood. So, along with other little cowherd boys, Krishna and Balarama went into the pasturing ground and took charge of the calves and played with their playmates. While taking charge of the calves, sometimes the two brothers played on their flutes, and sometimes they played with amalaki fruits and bale fruits, just like small children play with balls. Sometimes they danced and made tinkling sound with their ankle bells. Sometimes they made themselves with bulls and cows by covering themselves with blankets. Thus Krishna and Balarama played. The two brothers also used to imitate the sounds of bulls and cows and play at bullfighting. Sometimes they used to imitate the sounds of various animals and birds. In this way, they enjoyed their childhood pastimes apparently like ordinary mundane children. Once, when Krishna and Balarama were playing on the bank of the Yamuna, a demon of the name Vatsasura assumed the shape of a calf and came there intending to kill the brothers. By taking the shape of a calf, the demon could mingle with other calves. Krishna, however, specifically noticed this, and he immediately told Balrama about the entrance of the demon. Both brothers then followed him and sneaked up upon him. Krishna caught hold of the demon calf by the two hind legs and tail, whipped him around very forcibly, and threw him up into a tree. The demon lost his life and fell down from the top of the tree to the ground. When the demon lay dead on the ground, all the playmates of the Krishna congratulated him. Well done, well done. And the demigods in the sky began to shower flowers with great satisfaction. In this way, the maintainer of the complete creation, Krishna and Balarama, used to take care of the calves in the morning every day, and thus they enjoyed their childhood pastimes as cowherd boys in the Vrindavan. All the cowherd boys would daily go to the bank of the river Yamuna to water their calves. Usually, when the calves drank water from the Yamuna, the boys also drank. One day, after drinking, when they were sitting on the bank of the river, they saw a huge animal which looked something like a duck and was as big as a hill. Its top was as strong as a thunderbolt. When they saw that unusual animal, they became afraid of it. The name of this beast was Bakasura, and he was a friend of Kamsa. He appeared on the scene suddenly and immediately attacked Krishna with his pointed, sharp beaks and quickly swallowed him up. When Krishna was thus swallowed, all the boys headed by Balrama became almost breathless, as if they had died. But when the Bakasura demon was swallowing up Krishna, he felt a burning, fiery sensation in his throat. This was due to the glowing effulgence of Krishna. The demon quickly threw Krishna up and tried to kill him by pinching him in his beaks. Bakasura did not know that although Krishna was playing the part of a child of Nand Maharaj, he was still the original father of Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, the child of Mother Yashoda, who is the reservoir of pleasure for the demigods and who is the maintainer of saintly persons, caught hold of the beaks of the great gigantic duck, and before his cowherd boy friends bifurcated his mouth, just as a child very easily splits a blade of grass. From the sky, the denizens of the heavenly planets showered flowers like the chameli, the most fragrant of all the flowers, as a token of their congratulations. Accompanying the showers of flowers was a vibration of bugles, drums, and conch shells. When the boys saw the showering of flowers and heard the celestial sound, they became struck with wonder. When they saw Krishna, they all, including Balrama, were so pleased that it seemed as if they had regained their very source of life. As soon as they saw Krishna coming towards them, they one after another embraced the son of Nanda and held him to their chests. After this, they assembled all the calves under their charge and began to return home. When they arrived home, they began to speak of the wonderful activities of the son of Nanda. When the gopis and cowherd all heard the story from the boys, they felt great happiness because naturally they loved Krishna, and hearing about his glories and victorious activities, they became still more affectionate toward him. Thinking that the child Krishna was saved from the mouth of death, they began to see his face with great love and affection. They were full of anxieties, but they could not turn their faces from the vision of Krishna. The gopis and the men began to converse amongst themselves about how the child Krishna was attacked in so many ways and so many times by so many demons, and yet the demons were killed and Krishna was uninjured. They continued to converse amongst themselves about how so many great demons in such fierce bodies attacked Krishna to kill him. But by the grace of Hari, they could not cause even a slight injury. Rather, they died like small flies in a fire. Thus they remembered the words of Gargamuni, who foretold, by dint of his vast knowledge of the Vedas and astrology, that this boy would be attacked by many demons. Now they actually saw that this was coming true, word for word. All the elderly cowherd men, including Nanda Maharaj, used to talk of the wonderful activities of Lord Krishna and Balrama, and they were always so much absorbed in those talks that they forgot the threefold miseries of this material existence. This is the effect of Krishna consciousness. What was enjoyed 5,000 years ago by Nanda Maharaj can still be enjoyed by persons who are in Krishna consciousness simply by talking about the transcendental pastimes of Krishna and his associates. Thus, both Balrama and Krishna enjoyed their childhood pastimes, imitating the monkeys of Lord Ramachandra, who constructed the bridge over the ocean, and Hanuman, who enjoyed over the water to Ceylon. And they used to imitate such pastimes among their friends and so happily pass their childhood life. Thus, ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the 11th chapter of Krishna killing the demons Vatsasura and Bakasura. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Good. Any questions? Anybody?
Roger, two people have raised their hands.
Shulin is there, our friend. And who is the other person?
Sai Lahit.
Yes, Sai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Where are you? Yeah, tell me.
I didn't understand about the gross body.
Gross body. Gross body is the body that we are having. This subtle body is the body made of mind. Correct? You have mind. Everybody is mind. Already disturbed. That is subtle body. So soul is covered by two bodies. One is subtle body. One is gross body. Is this? Okay? Lahit. Hare Krishna.
Gross body is the body that is made by all these five elements. Then And
Earth, water, fire, air, ether. And what is the subtle body made up of?
the subtle body is made up of mind, false ego, and intelligence.
Very good.
And then there is the eternal soul.
Yes. Hare Krishna. No questions now. Sholin, you have a question?
No, Prabhuji. I am trying to answer the gross body has 5 elements.
Yes.
That earth, water, fire, segment.
And then subtle body? What is the subtle body made up of, Sholin?
Prabhuji is a participant.
Subtle body is intelligence, false ego, and
Mind.
and
Mind.
one more thing.
Mind.
Mind.
Hari bol. See, he always sits with the book. He's seriously studying the books. Yes. Hare Krishna. Chalo.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, there is one like participant. She asked me that she is not actually able to do some teachable quiz. Like she's able to do some 4 quizzes, but she's not able to do the 5th quizzes. It's like really strange. It didn't happen with
Wait a
anyone.
minute. No, wait a minute. Let me. Can I have? Yeah. I want to do one thing now. All the questions I want to take a snap of them because many questions we are not replied. Quiz is any problem? See, quiz, I will having a meeting at 9:30 with all the group admins. Actually, there is no problem. As far as I know, it is extremely simple. This is the world leading software. It can number in universities are using it. It's
Prabhuji,
simple. Most of the
it
people
was-
are not. So I want the group admins to sit with them and sort out. Okay. Okay, now I want to take up the questions which were asked today and I could not answer them. Tomorrow before the class, I will answer all these questions. I'll make a file of that, a Word file. Banu Singh, because many people will be asking questions and nobody answers. That's not good. Sholin is saying, don't make me co-host. He's asking reverse now. Why is it?
Don't make me not do.
But who puts you in the waiting room?
I also don't know. It is not coming on screen. This post put in.
Yes,
Prabhuji,
okay.
not me, okay?
Okay, now anyway, what is the next question? Any other questions? Is there anybody? So this is, you want me, I can just give a brief analysis of the Leela. Yesterday I didn't do, I was exhausted. Chalo. So this is Krishna Balaram are having pastimes, good sweet pastimes, and Nanda Maharaj had a meeting because so many demons came. What are the demons came till now? Putana was the first one, then?
Putana, then Trinavarta,
Then?
then
Trinavarta.
Then Krishna, that tree,
Then
Krishna broke the tree.
these demons.
yeah, Nalakuvera and Manigriva.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
But
that is the
even
tree.
Nalakubera and Manigriva.
Yeah, basically the trees fell down, big tree. That's
They
also.
were not demons. They were
Anna-
sons of Kubera.
Shulan, wait. So then after that, Nanda Maharaj had a meeting and they decided what do we do because there is so much calamities always coming. So most of the government did not believe the statements of the children and they thought something has to be done. Okay, they didn't believe children. Children said that actually how the 2 devatas came out of the tree and offered prayers to Krishna. But Nanda Maharaj was smiling because some people told him, your son is special. Any father, mother feel very happy when they're told son is special. Anyway, and then Krishna used to humbly serve both mother and father. He served so sweetly, bringing the khadao on the wooden plank for Mother Yashoda to sit. And sometimes Nanda Maharaj say, "Bring my slippers." And Krishna was so small, he'll play the pastime of with his head, dragging the two heavy slippers, and used to give so much pleasure to the parents. And then after that, one fruit vendor came to the house of Nanda Maharaj, and it's a famous pastime. And she offered some fruits to Krishna in barter. Krishna could only offer a few grains, but Krishna, she was so happy, she gave him handful of fruits out of love, seeing his beautiful face. But when she turned her face toward the basket of full of diamonds and jewels, and then Krishna Balaram were playing, how Mother Yashoda had to pull them, Krishna Balaram to come bathe them and give them some thing to eat. And it's a sweet pastimes going on. And then she used to, this was also Janmashtami day, she bathed Krishna Balaram and dressed them nicely. And then there was a meeting of all the assembled people, and Nanda Maharaj was there, and his brother Upananda was very forceful that he should shift to another place. Then they all decided to shift to another place. Upananda led the thing, and let us go near Govardhan. And everybody was, and in this way, Rohini and Yashoda were very happy. Just they had Krishna and Balaram in their lap, and they were extremely happy talking to their sweet children. How fortunate they were. And Krishna Balaram were slightly grown up. They got charge of the calves, and they were taking care of them. And every day they were going to the forest and playing and taking care of the calves, they're grazing and other activities. And Vatsasura, the first demon who came, he came in the form of a calf as a demon. So Krishna spotted him, and then they caught hold of the demon by two hind legs and whipped him around very forcefully, threw him to the top of a tree. And this demon was eliminated. And later another demon came as Bakasura. It was like a huge, like an eagle. And it came like a duck rather. It came like a duck, and he swallowed Krishna. But Krishna was like a burning fire inside his mouth, and then he threw up Krishna out. And then Krishna took his two beaks and tore them pieces like a child tears, effortlessly anything, like small children break their toy. Devatas was very happy because Bakasura was a very powerful demon. Even Devatas could not fight with him. But Krishna killed him like a toy. And then Devata boys saw the showering of flowers and heard the celestial sound. They're wondering what's happening. And they were anyway so happy when they saw Krishna, that Krishna is alive. That's all they cared. They just loved him. So Krishna was saved from death day after day. Every day demons are attacking. And there was not even the slightest injury. And they began to talk about wonderful activities of Krishna. And they forgot the threefold miseries. The same way, everybody has an opportunity to think about Krishna, everybody, and even be free from threefold miseries even today. Krishna Balaram enjoyed the childhood pastime. These are all they enjoying Lord Ramachandra pastime and other activities, and happily were passing their time. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. I was not sharing the screen. I do not. Chalo, we end today. So no more questions. 10 minutes. Anybody has questions? Mithun Kumar Puranam. Yes, Mithun.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So I just have one maybe it is small question. It maybe looks very odd, but that's a question. Please clarify, Prabhuji. So like as we know, right, Krishna, he has come in a spiritual form, right? And Mother Yashoda or Nanda Maharaj, so whoever there at that time with all material bodies, right? That means made of all elements.
I'm not analyzing who has come in which body, but I know they were there as his father, mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
His father, mother, not from this world. They are from this. Anyway, then.
Yeah. So in that case, it's not logical to analyze, but I'm just want to think about in the spiritual body, when Krishna has come, so how come they can actually feed them with the material body? How he has
That is,
accepted it?
you don't try to understand that. Krishna can do anything. Don't limit Krishna. He cannot do anything.
No, I'm not saying Krishna's abilities, and so
Yeah,
I'm
he
very
can do.
sorry about that.
But
But
what is problem? What is the problem for Krishna to take milk from Mother Yashoda?
no, yeah. For him, he can take it, but the feel, the touch, and all spiritual bodies and all, how?
You will feel same. You will not come to know. How you will come to know? Therefore,
Okay.
see, the Lord is heavier than the whole universe, but she doesn't know that. Okay?
Yeah.
See, Krishna's leelas are conducted by Yogamaya, not Mahamaya. Our leelas are conducted by Mahamaya. Mahamaya is like illusory. And
Yeah.
Krishna and the pure devotees, the leelas are conducted by Yogamaya. Everyday plans Krishna's activities minute by minute and arranges. And even Krishna is put into illusion sometimes that he is dependent on Mother Yashoda. Therefore, when some animal makes sound, Krishna comes running, fearfully running. Mama, no, animal has come outside. And she has great pleasure in holding him. So sometimes Yogamaya even sweetens the pastime by making God forget that he is God. You understand? So Yogamaya is his energy, which just energizes. Krishna loves to go under shelter of his devotees. So, and the Yogamaya arranges the sweet pastime. Our pastimes are not pastime. Our suffering is arranged of Mahamaya, beating.
Yeah.
It's all beating. Yogamaya sweetens. Sometimes maybe inconceivable. I understand your point. How Krishna is in spiritual form, she is holding him, correct? But if
Yeah.
she gets the same experience, she will not come to me.
Okay.
Even if she was, but anyway, Krishna, nobody can hold Krishna unless he's pure devotee. But it's not easy to even touch him. So fortune to even touch him. Just by seeing him, you get purified. Forget about touching the Lord.
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
But yeah, so meditate on the meditate on the fortune of Yashoda. She's so fortunate. Both Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. See, always you should think about the meditate on the fortune of the devotees. Then you will get the same opportunity. The coward boy, they're playing with Krishna is one of them. You know?
Yeah.
What is this flower? They also actually a pure devotee. They know who is Krishna. But then they are made to forget. When devas are throwing flowers, what's happening? They're asking each other, what's happening? Why the flowers? Why the drums? Some drum sounds like. Actually, the devatas are celebrating on Bakasura was killed. He was a very big demon. But they are, what's the sound coming? What are the flowers from where? They know, but Krishna makes them forget so that they can, they don't spoil the relationship. Otherwise, they will get scared of Krishna then. If they are, it's like Arjuna, when Krishna showed Vishwarupa, he got scared, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So they will get scared of Krishna rather than play with Krishna. So Krishna doesn't want to disturb. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thanks for analyzing. Where
Thank
do
you so much, Prabhuji. It
Mithun,
was.
Where do you stay?
I'm in right now. I'm in Chennai, but my native is Hyderabad.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very good, Prabhuji. Actually, it was too good. Like Krishna book reading is like a bliss. So I think we are also fortunate. We are very too much fortunate.
Just here. Krishna book. Don't try to understand. Prabhupada says Krishna too much. Try to love him. That factor also should remain. One side we're trying to understand him. Other side try to love him. Both things should be there.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
And just by hearing in association of devotees, they're all devotees there. Even they are small children, they're very nice devotees. We feel so happy.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Aravinda ji, Hare Krishna. Manat, you can unmute him.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can you hear me?
Very clear.
Prabhuji, why did Lord Krishna create Maya?
Okay, Manat, why did he create Maya? Let me see these children. Don't mind, it's exercise for them now. Manat.
Prabhuji, because there is a city, so we need even a police. That's why Krishna, there is a material world here. So for the for them we need a police. So the police is Maya.
So we need any city, we need a jail, correct? And the police is Maya. See, it's a thankless task, Maya. Maya looks like it is actually punishing. It is not punishing. It is giving you opportunity to serve Krishna by advancement. Correct? Maya gives a test every time. And you fail the test, then you blame the Maya. Maya is only giving you an opportunity for advancement. Opportunity to reject. No, 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 no. Like that you keep advancing. You understand? Arvindji? Suppose, I don't know whether you got our, you are asking same questions. Suppose when you get plaster, and after that 1 month your hand is not moving, and then what you have to do? You have to do slowly exercise, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay? The same way we have not served Krishna millions of years. Now when you want to serve Krishna, you see Maya is distracting us, attracting us. Yeah, you have to reject. No, I want Krishna. No.
Yeah. But Prabhuji, because of Maya only, people are not able to see Krishna, right? So why is Krishna creating?
Reverse. Suppose you are holding a tree and you said tree is holding me. Tree is not holding you. You are holding the tree. Maya is not holding anybody. It is we are holding to Maya.
Okay.
So how do we understand? How will explain? Hate explain this.
Prabhuji, Krishna is never ever covered by any Maya or anything. But Prabhuji, because we are covered by Maya, so that's why we are not able to see Krishna.
That's okay. That's okay. That point is understood. His question is different. Hate. His question is why is Maya holding me? See, Arvindji, this answer is a little deeper. Just like if I open my eyes now, and after opening my eyes, I want to enjoy this world. So I become criminal at that moment. Okay, because this world belongs to God. You have no right to even look at it for the spirit of enjoyment. The moment you do that, just like somebody is walking with his wife and you stare with her, a husband looks at her, hit you. Even it doesn't, they don't like to stare. The same way, when you look at the mental world, the spirit of enjoyment, Maya comes in. Oh, come. She gives you. That's what is happening. We are suffering. So you cannot blame why I'm getting hit. Areba, why you're looking? Just like a husband slaps you, Maya slaps you. This is your property. Yeah? One more. Maya is beating us. But you have to accept the fact that I try to look at this world with the spirit of enjoyment. Then Maya makes fool out of us. It makes this world look very attractive. That's what is happening, no? But originally is, see, if you look at this world like Hanuman, and I take again the scene, when Hanuman entered the Ravana's chamber in the middle of night, he was surrounded by and Ravana himself was a very handsome person. Beautiful women all around. Very beautiful. Celestial beauties all around. He had so many wives, so many women with him. Correct? And Hanuman thought, can I enter this place? Because they're searching for mother. But because his vision was to serve the Lord, none of the beauty could attract him. Maya could not touch him. Anna, you got the point?
Yes, Guruji.
If like Hanuman you become, you look in this world only for service to the Lord, Maya will not touch you. It becomes like snake. Senses become like snake where poison has been removed. The senses don't bite you. But if you look at this world with the spirit of enjoyment, at that moment you're criminal, then the Maya makes slap out. She fools you very nicely with allurement. This actually Maya has made an ass out of it. Correct?
That's
now,
true.
does the question answer?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hey, Heth, did you understand?
Yes, Prabhuji. Because I'm not that much, means I also have to know more. I'm not
Next
perfect.
time you answer like this, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, sir.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Chalo, 9:30 now. Time for all everybody, children to take rest. Get up, sleep 9:30. Get up 3:30. I have a meeting for all people. Shankar Narayan Mataji, I got inspired by your statement. We will have a small meeting. Lekana, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, which meeting?
You can come for that volunteers meeting.
Yes, Prabhuji, because tomorrow I don't have.
Hare Krishna, Lekana, one shloka will hear from you.
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite
Prabhuji.
Hari Bol. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Chalo, we'll meet tomorrow. So, Hare Krishna. Lekhana, keep chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. How many rounds you chanted today, Lekhana? 1, 2, 2. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, the same link, no, for the meeting.
No, the quiz ka link different. Look at the group, the link.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji, I'll see.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Panchakalpatruksha कृपासिन्धवे एव च पतितानां
Pavanebhyo
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कुड़ी वैष्णवन की जय
Jai.
Jai.
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय
Jai.